Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Supreme Court refuses to cancel NEET-UG 2024 examination and order retest. Counselling process to begin today for admission to undergraduate courses in government and private medical colleges across India. National Jal Jeevan Mission achieves historic milestone of providing tap water connections to 15 crore rural households across the country. IMD predicts heavy rainfall in Gujarat, Goa and Maharashtra during next 2 days. UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy to hold talks with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi this evening, strengthening comprehensive strategic partnership and India-UK Free Trade Agreement high on agenda. US Secret Service Chief Kimberly Cheatle resigns after assassination bid on former President Donald Trump. And in Women Asia Cup cricket, India sealed their spot in semifinals with 82-run victory over Nepal at Dambulla in Sri Lanka. And now the news in detail. The Supreme Court has refused to cancel NEET-UG 2024 examination and order a retest. The order paves the way for commencement of counselling process from today for admission to undergraduate courses in government and private medical colleges across India. A three-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud said the material on record is not indicative of a systemic leak of the question paper to indicate a disruption of the sanctity of the examination held on 5th of May. The bench said, we are of the considered view that ordering the cancellation of the entire NEET-UG 2024 exam is not justified on application of settled principles propounded by the decisions of this court on the basis of material on record. The bench, which also included Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra, said that directing a fresh NEET-UG for the present year will be replete with serious consequences, which will be for over 20 lakh students who appeared in this exam and would cause disruption of the admission schedule. The Apex Court said cancellation of NEET-UG 2024 can have cascading effects on the course of medical education, impact on the availability of qualified medical professionals in the future, and be seriously disadvantageous for the marginalized group for whom reservation was made in the allocation of seats. Regarding a particular question in physics section of NEET-UG 2024 examination, the top court has asked the National Testing Agency to retally the NEET-UG result on the basis that option 4 represented the only correct answer to the question. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has welcomed the Supreme Court's verdict on NEET and said the truth has finally prevailed. Addressing media over the Apex Court's verdict on NEET, Mr. Pradhan said Narendra Modi government is committed towards a transparent, tamper-free and zero-error examination. He said the government is committed to making NTA a zero-error organization. The Education Minister slammed the Congress party and alleged that party leader Rahul Gandhi tried to misguide the people of the country by casting aspersions on the Indian education system. He accused Mr. Gandhi of trying to create civil unrest and anarchy on the NEET issue. He asked the opposition to apologize to the students.
नीट की मामला जब सामने आई है, विरोधी दल की भूमिका सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जजमेंट के बाद भी स्पष्ट हुई। राहुल गांधी जी भारत को ही निंदा पहुंचाए, देश की विद्यार्थियों को गुमराह करना, भ्रम पैदा करना, यह उनकी राजनीति का एक योजनाबद्ध हिस्सा रहा है। समूचा विपक्ष को मैं अपील करना चाहता हूं, कम से कम देश की नौजवानों को, देश की विद्यार्थियों को, उनकी अभिभावकों को वो माफी मांगना चाहिए। सुप्रीम कोर्ट की इस ऐतिहासिक जजमेंट के बाद फिर कहूंगा सत्यमेव जयते।
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the first budget of Narendra Modi government's third term, presenting the Union Budget for 2024-25 in Lok Sabha. The Finance Minister said this budget is mainly focused on employment, skilling, MSMEs and middle class as she announced the Prime Minister's package of 5 schemes and initiatives for youth. The package aims to facilitate employment, skilling, and other opportunities for 4.1 crore youth over a 5-year period with a central outlay of 2 lakh crore rupees. Presenting a detailed roadmap for pursuit of Viksit Bharat, the budget mentioned 9 priorities of the government, providing opportunities for all. The finance minister has increased the standard deduction for salaried employees in income tax from 50,000 rupees to 75,000 rupees under the new tax regime.
The standard deduction for salaried employees is proposed to be increased from 50,000 to 75,000 rupees. Similarly, deduction on family pension for pensioners is proposed to be enhanced from 15,000 to 25,000 rupees. This will provide relief to about 4 crore salaried individuals and pensioners. In the new tax regime, the tax rate structure is proposed to be revised as follows: 0 to 3 lakh rupees, nil; 3 to 7 lakh rupees, 5%; 7 to 10 lakh rupees, 10%; 10 to 12 lakh rupees, 15%; 12 to 15 lakh rupees, 20%; and above 15 lakh rupees, 30%. As a result of these changes, a salaried employee in the new tax regime stands to save up to 17,500 rupees in income tax.
The finance minister has reduced the corporate tax rate on foreign companies from 40 to 35% to attract foreign capital for our development needs. Vivad Se Vishwas Scheme 2024 has been proposed for resolution of certain income tax disputes pending in appeal. In the union budget presented by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, the government's flagship sports initiative, Khelo India, emerged as one of the top beneficiaries in the sports ministry's allocation. The program, aimed at fostering grassroots sports, secured 900 crore rupees from the overall sports budget of over 3,442 crore rupees. Union Minister for Railways Ashwini Vaishnaw has termed the allocation in the Union Budget 2024-25 for railways as historic. Addressing media in New Delhi, Mr. Vaishnaw said the highest ever allocation to the tune of 2,62,200 crore rupees has been made in the budget for railways. He added that this will give a major boost to railways.
2,62,000 करोड़ रुपए का बजट, कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट का बजट है ये। बहुत जरूरी है। 10 वर्षों में जो करीब 40,000 किलोमीटर इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन हुआ, 2014 से पहले 60 वर्षों में 20,000 किलोमीटर हुआ, 10 वर्षों में 31,000 किलोमीटर नए रेलवे ट्रैक बने। बहुत सारी पुरानी जो विसंगतियां थी, उनको एक एक करके दूर किया जा रहा है। जो रेलवे का वर्षों तक कांग्रेस की सरकारों ने निग्लेक्ट करके रखा हुआ था, उसको स्टेप बाय स्टेप इम्प्रूव करने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है।
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. The National Jal Jeevan Mission has achieved a historic milestone, providing tap water connections to 15 crore rural households across the country. The mission has showcased unprecedented speed and scale, increasing rural tap connection coverage from 3 crore in 2019 to 15 crore in a short span of 5 years. The mission was announced in 2019 with the aim to provide tap water supply to every rural home by 2024. On a social media post, Jal Shakti Minister C.R. Patil said this milestone has not only given a gift of pure water to the countrymen, but also improved their quality of life. The India Meteorological Department IMD has predicted isolated extremely heavy rainfall over Gujarat, Konkan and Goa and Maharashtra during the next 2 days. Met Department has forecast that rainfall activity is likely to increase over Indo-Gangetic plains during next 2 days. In northwest India, scattered to fairly widespread, light to moderate rainfall accompanied with thunderstorm and lightning is very likely over Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Punjab and West Uttar Pradesh during next 5 days. We spoke to the senior scientist at IMD, R. Jainamani, about the latest update of weather.
तो अभी जो लेटेस्ट अपडेट है यही है कि जो कोंकण गोवा है, मध्य महाराष्ट्र है और गुजरात स्टेट है, उसी के लिए रेड अलर्ट है, क्योंकि जो रेनफॉल है मोर देन 200 मिलीमीटर हो सकता है। और उसी के साथ साथ जैसे पंजाब है, राजस्थान है और मध्य प्रदेश, उड़ीसा, छत्तीसगढ़, इसमें ऑरेंज अलर्ट है, क्योंकि मानसून ट्रफ काफी एक्टिव है।
Meanwhile, the National Capital Region and its adjoining areas witnessed heavy rainfall this morning, which still continues in some parts. In Gujarat, intensity of rains reduced in Saurashtra region of Gujarat during the last 24 hours. However, several parts of Devbhoomi Dwarka district are still underwater after the incessant rains since last week. We have a report.
Several roads, fields and houses in Kalyanpur and Khambaliya Tehsil of Devbhoomi Dwarka region are submerged in water, affecting normal life. Road transport has also been affected in Devbhoomi Dwarka, Jamnagar and Junagadh district due to waterlogging at several places. 3 people died after a house collapsed in Khambaliya in Devbhoomi Dwarka yesterday night. NDRF team has successfully rescued around 15 people stranded in flood water at Dhalichi village in Dwarka yesterday. Meanwhile, IMD has predicted widespread rainfall across the state for the next 3 days. Red alert for heavy to heavy rainfall has been issued for 7 districts including Devbhoomi Dwarka, Jamnagar, Junagadh, Surat, Valsad, Navsari and Dang. School and colleges will remain closed in Navsari district in view of the red alert. Aparna Khun, Akashvani News, Ahmedabad.
UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy is scheduled to arrive in Delhi today. He will primarily hold talks on strengthening the comprehensive strategic partnership and the India-UK Free Trade Agreement. This visit marks the first high-profile delegation from London since the formation of the Labour Party government under British PM Keir Starmer. Secretary Lammy will meet with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar this evening. Mr. Lammy is also expected to hold discussions with Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, and call on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Director of the U.S. Secret Service, Kimberly Cheatle, has resigned after facing scrutiny over security lapses related to the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump at a Pennsylvania rally. Kimberly Cheatle informed her staff via email that she is stepping down as the director of the Secret Service. She was facing calls to resign amid dissatisfaction with her testimony at the House Oversight Committee's hearing yesterday. On to sports. In Women Asia Cup cricket, India sealed their spot in the semi-finals with a dominating 82-run victory over Nepal in their final group match at Dambulla in Sri Lanka. Chasing the target of 179, Nepal managed to score just 96 runs in 20 overs. For India, Deepti Sharma clinched 3 wickets, while Radha Yadav and Arundhati Reddy took 2 wickets each. From Group A, India and Pakistan have qualified for the semi-finals, while Nepal and UAE have been eliminated. The semi-final spots from the group are yet to be determined. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Shagun Chopra.
Thank you, Anuja. All the dailies refer to the Union Budget presentation emphasizing the government's commitment to fiscal consolidation with the push for job creation. Hindustan Times writes 9 priorities for Viksit Bharat goal. The Tribune says SOP for salaried class but hike in capital gains tax to pinch. The Pioneer states major chunk of Home Ministry allocation goes to CRPF, BSF, CISF. Government to promote rupee as an international currency by simplifying rules in FDI deals, cites the Economic Times. A headline in the same paper says, next tourism destination to be in East from UP, focus shifts to Bihar, Odisha. The first Indian to win an individual gold medal at the Olympics, Abhinav Bindra, awarded the prestigious Olympic Order, cites the Statesman. Citing absence of sufficient material, Supreme Court declines NEET-UG retest, notes the Indian Express. And finally, the Times of India writes, with gold cheaper by 4,000 rupees in a day, bad news for smugglers but adding more glitter to Shadi season. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Supreme Court refuses to cancel NEET-UG 2024 examination and order retest. Counselling process to begin today for admission to undergraduate courses in government and private medical colleges across India. National Jal Jeevan Mission achieves historic milestone of providing tap water connections to 15 crore rural households across the country. IMD predicts heavy rainfall in Gujarat, Goa and Maharashtra during next 2 days. UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy to hold talks with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi this evening, strengthening comprehensive strategic partnership and India-UK Free Trade Agreement high on agenda. US Secret Service Chief Kimberly Cheatle resigns after assassination bid on former President Donald Trump, And in Women Asia Cup cricket, India sealed their spot in semifinals with 82-run victory over Nepal at Dambulla in Sri Lanka. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.